So when the Audi was being assessed for damage, they were kind enough to put the headlight back in the boot. However, we never put any of the screws back in, and we're short a lot of screws when we're going to put the car back together. So we've had to take a pause. I searched online, found all the screws we needed, and then went and ordered them from Audi. It took about a week to get them, so I'm going to start putting the bumper back on properly now. I think to do that, we'll take the headlights off the car. It'll allow us to get the alignment better. Then we'll put the headlights back on after that, and then we'll see where we go from there. Remember, this bumper is just a temporary fix. It is still damaged slightly at one side. It doesn't look too bad, but we are going to upgrade the bumper as soon as a better one becomes available. So once again, we start by removing the headlights. These are held on by 3 Torx screws normally, but as I said, some of these were missing, so we'll replace them with some of the new screws and fixtures that I just picked up from the Audi dealer. Once they're loosened, we can unplug the headlight and simply lift it away from the car for safe storage until it's time to put it back on. Then remove a couple of Torx screws that I put back on to hold the bumper in place, and then with the headlights off, this gives us better access to the bolts behind the bumper holding it to the wings. But first, it's off with the bumper to replace a small missing bracket on the passenger side, and then the bumper can go back on and we can use the 4 bolts to align the bumpers and wings together. After that, it's the 4 Torx screws along the top of the grille to secure the top of the bumper back to the car. You didn't want to see that, but I did want to show the bumper going back on. Due to the shape of the bumper, it is quite fiddly getting it back on, but once it does go back on, the alignment does work out quite well, and it looks a million times better already, especially with the new front wing fitted. It really is starting to take shape here, and it has been an easy repair so far. So far, the car has cost me just over £2,300. The wing was £195 and I've been £40 for various screws and fittings from Audi. It really has been a cheap car so far, and if the condition of the car is anything to go by, I really have got quite a bargain here. Trying to get the headlights aligned is a really fiddly job. There's 3 screws on each headlight that you've just got to adjust and adjust just to get it how you want it. It really does take ages. The whole alignment process can actually take hours, opening and closing the bonnet constantly just to get the headlight exactly how you want it. I've spent ages here. I still don't think I'm 100%, but I can always go back to it later when we change the bumper. So the alignment's much better. I wouldn't say it's 100%, but I'm quite happy with it. We will have another go when we change the bumper, but right now that'll do. Let's start cleaning the car up. Prior to the start of the video here, the car was soaked in Auto Finesse Dynamite pre-wash just to try and loosen the grime and the harder to get to areas, and the car was then given a good rinse. Then it was onto the Auto Finesse Avalanche Snow Foam and left it dwell for a bit to remove any further grime and prevent scratching during the wash, while I had a much earned cup of tea. Every time the car is rinsed, you can physically see more grime and fallout coming off the car. For that, it was back out with Dynamite Cleaner and then onto all the areas around the boot shut where it seemed particularly grimy. And you can just see in the video there's a lot of dirt built up in here, and thankfully the Auto Finesse cleaner and detailing brush is making light work of it. I then repeat the process and the door shuts, and I apologise for the camera as I think it was maybe a bit too close to get the best possible shots I could, but I'm learning from this and I promise next time it will be a whole lot better. It really is satisfying just watching the dirt come off the car at this point, and it is a marked difference from how it was when I started, and I'm really happy with the results. And again, looking at the videos here, you can just see how much dirt is coming off the white paint. White is great for showing dirt up, and it is an absolute pleasure when you rinse it and it becomes white again. After that, the car was then rinsed fully again before coming on to washing the car using the 2-bucket method and some Maguire's shampoo. The car was then decontaminated after this using tar remover and then some fallout remover, taking most of it off. However, I think this car still needs a good clay bar and then a machine polish just to get the paintwork how I want it. It really has come up nice though for a 12-year-old car. Lastly, just to protect it until I get round to finishing the paintwork, I sprayed it with some Autobrite Direct Ceramic Magic Seal, which leaves some amazing beading and some protection for now. Starting off with the wheels and tyres are quite bad. There is a lot of build up on the wheels. I'm going to try and get most of that off. The wheels are curved and they're not going to stay for long. They are going to get changed out for bigger size wheels at some point just to make it look a bit nicer. But we'll try and get it cleaned up as best as we can just now. So we'll start off with cleaning them first. I've already given them a soak in a good wheel cleaner, so we'll see how good it comes off. Try several different products here unsuccessfully, but I think that's because I'm normally used to keeping my own cars to a higher standard. I have milder acid-free wheel cleaners that just don't want to shift the baked-on brake dust and dirt easily. I do notice here that the two back wheels seem to be a lot worse than the front though, with baked-on brake dust. And on investigation, it is two brand new calipers on the back, so I think the brakes have been binding for some time, and between the excessive dust and heat it has damaged the wheel's finish. I'm not too worried though. I am changing the wheels for something nicer, but I just want to try and get them to a better standard first. Just shows you how bad these wheels are. The fallout on them is really bad, really baked on. It looks as though they've not been cleaned for a long time, so I'm going to let this dwell for a little bit longer and then we'll give it another go again, but I'm not holding out much hope to get much more of this off. Now while the wheels are off, I thought I would do it in the arches. Now just watch this. This I actually find quite therapeutic, the amount of dirt that comes out of this. That is absolutely amazing what just came out of that. I better get this cleaned up before I get in trouble, and we'll continue the car as well. So with the outside of the car looking a lot better now, it's time to turn our attention to the inside. The inside looks a lot less than desirable. There's a lot of cleaning to go on here. I think the easiest thing will be to start by taking the front seats out. We'll get a lot more room there and then we'll start cleaning it up. Got a few new products to try and we'll see how it goes. These seats are held in with 4 bolts, one on each corner of the rails. Once that's removed, I can then go under the seats and disconnect the airbags and the seatbelt sensors, and then the seat's simply ready to lift out. Once that's disconnected, I'm able to carefully lift the seat out of the car and just look at all the hair on the bottom of the seat rails. It really does give me the creeps. This has got to have to get a really good clean before I put it back together. And then just look at all the dirt inside the car. I think this has got to take more than just a hoover. I'm glad I've got my gloves on, but here goes anyway. The carpet in the car actually hoovered up not too bad. It is a corded carpet and doesn't seem to hold stuff as bad as some other carpets. There is a few stains, but I will shampoo that next just to get it even cleaner and try and get it in as close to new condition as possible. As I said in the previous video, I do like my cars clean. I'm not a detailer, but it is something I enjoy when I have time. The boot floor is a totally different type of carpet material and is less forgiving on releasing dirt and fibres, so it takes a lot more effort to get even remotely clean. I think I actually spent about half an hour just hoovering here, and I had to also use a stiff interior brush and also a new piece of equipment to me. It's a kind of air blaster that shoots out high pressure in a cyclone to dislodge dirt stuck under the carpet fibres, and it seems to do a good job. This wasn't a cheap one and is made by the Rag company, but compared to some of the cheaper ones you can feel the quality of the components and it feels like it will last a lot longer. It really does seem like a good piece of kit and I do recommend it to anybody that wants one. After that, the whole interior of the car gets a good clean using a good strong all-purpose cleaner, a detailing brush and lots of microfiber cloths just to keep them clean, and every cloth is actually coming up really dirty. You can see the dirt it's lifting off. The interior of the car is actually coming up to a really nice matte finish. Don't like shiny finishes, so this is how I'm going to leave it for now. I might put some matte protectant on it later, but right now that's how I'm going to leave it. It is quite satisfying watching it coming up as clean as it is, and I'm really pleased with the results as we go. However, I do feel the interior is still a bit boring. I do want to change the stereo. We might have to do something with the steering wheel. I want to add cruise control to it, so we'll do that in a later video as well. And I think the brushed aluminium in the dash and on the centre console and that, I think that is a bit out of date. I might change that for something else. But watch this space and we'll do it as we go. And in typical Scottish fashion, it actually started raining just after this. However, I gave the seats a full clean, the same treatment as the rest of the interior of the car. The carpet also got shampooed, and the Alcantara on the seats also got a good shampoo as well. I've still got to give the leather a treat, but I put all the interior back in and it really came up quite nice. So after shampooing all the interior, I'm sure you'll agree it looks a million times better inside the car. Absolutely came up spot on. Everything is in great condition for its age. Really has came up nice. Still got the back seat to do. I've run out of spot shampoo, but I'll get to that in a wee while. But I'm really happy with how that's came up. Got one more job to do today. To remember the wheels. I just couldn't get the brake dust off the wheels, so I've went and I've got these. So I've got to swap them over. Big thanks to Ace Alloys Lancashire who've sent me these up. I'm really happy with them. They're refurbished, the original speedlines for an Audi TT. They are 18-inch, are slightly bigger, so we'll put them on the car and I'm sure it'll look a lot better. And with the wheels fitted to the car, I really do think it looks a lot better. The 18-inch wheels just sit a lot better. They're not the 19s I was originally going to go for, but I think every day is a bit more practical. I think the colour looks absolutely amazing, and I'm so much happier with how the car looks now. And if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And unfortunately that is all for today's video. I'm going to be back soon, hopefully with the BMW back from paint. We'll get that car finished and back on the road. And we'll be back with more modifications on the Audi as well. We'll start with some stereo modifications, and I've got a few other modifications that hopefully you'll see and will reveal in the next video.
There's a fire